Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss some very basic property of the histogram. Root is provide a lot of function and option to use and to draw the histogram. So I'm not going to cover all the material because even me, I cannot remember all the thing here. So I would just talk about very basic and very frequent use. And I think everyone just like me, you don't need to remember all the thing because I cannot remember it. So I do the notes for myself as well. So here is specified for 1D histogram object here. So we will start very beginning. The first concept will be the beam. Okay. So let's just start from something. Let's create a canvas that for drawing a histogram. So here I use the T canvas class. This is a pointer, and to declare object C1 here, then give the key that's stored in this object here, and this is a title, and this 500 and 600 would be the coordinate that would where to start to display it on the screen, and this is a dimension here. Alright, so this is just a very easy stuff. It's not histogram, it's just a campus here. So hit enter, you will see here. So this is a title. Alright, so let's make a division. So I would divide this canvas by two parts. So then I use divide 1, 2, and then that means one column, one column and two row. Yes. So then I go to the path number 1 by cd command here. Alright, just like a change directory. Now I focus on here. Alright, so now the thing is I would like to create some histogram to demonstrate it. So here is some the value I would use for the bin here. So the meaning is the bin number in the histogram in my setting will be 100. It's just like a 100 small box, and the box will range from 0 to 100 here. Or you can think about from 0 to 100, you divide it by such that you have 100 bucks to receive your value here. All right. So you have TS1. That's means the history one class. Then there is a C or F or D. That is a type. This corresponding to the like a char means C here, or double means D, and F means float. It's just a type of the histogram. I will talk about it very soon. And here I just want to show you the definition. Okay, so here is the key again. I just intentionally I make this two the same. So when I retrieve the file from the root file, then I don't need to make any change. And this is the title, because the data type was just from 127 to negative 128. So remember, in the histogram, the root would have negative number. So you have negative here. So then you put in a bin number that is 100 here, and the minimum is 0, and maximum is 100. That's just my number here. So let's see what happened right now. So I make this line, copy and paste. Alright, so I use the histogram method called draw. Then I should see something, but there's no data in it because we don't put any data in the histogram yet. So it's just a 0. So here is the statistic box here. Show you the entrance of bin and RMS here, and S is H1 is the name of this guy here, the key here, and this is the canvas title here. Oh, sorry, this is the histogram title here, and this is the key of the histogram here. All right, and we will talk about how to fill the number and change the axis and some fill a color and such and such. All right, so right now we have no data. So the next thing is I want to show you what's the convention in the root to set up the bean the convention here in the root here. So, uh, because sometimes we want to fill the histogram by a for loop, so it is important to know this convention here. So, for example, the bin number 0, because in computer sometimes it like to start from 0 index here. So this is on the flow bin. That means if you put a negative 10, negative 5, because it's out of x minimum, so it will go into that bin. It's on the flow bin here. And so start by bin number 1 is the first bin with a lower edge as minimum include. So the first bin would, in this case, it was from 0 to 1, but 1 is not included in the first bin here. And the rule continue up to the n number n bins. So this is sample with number 100. So this would be from the 99 to 100, but 100 is not included here. So if you fill the data 100, it will go into the overflow bin here. Okay, so this is a convention. Sometimes, although this is detailed, sometimes you may pay attention to it. Okay, especially when you fill the data. All right. So, so in these cases here, we have the range from 0 to 100, and we divide by 100 bin. And so the bin size is 1. So it's the first bin is from the range from 0 to 1, but 1 is not included. And second bin will be 1 to 2, but 2 is not included here. Alright, so then, okay, so you get some basic idea. So I will demonstrate how it works very quickly. So now we just fill some data to see what happened here. So as I said that 5.2 will add to the 6th bin account, and 5.3 will add 6th bin in another account. It's because the histogram is designed to show the count or like frequency, how much time, how many times it's appear in your data set here. So because the 5, the fifth things will be not include the number 5, so it start from the 6th. Okay, so it will go into the 6th. All right, so let's just use a for loop to demonstrate this concept here. So now I intentionally fill the histogram 20 times. So I fill the 20 times 0.1 and 5.2 and negative 0.1 and 120. So you can obviously see this two are totally out of range because our range is set to 0 to 100, but we fill with minus 0.1 and we fill 120 is out of range. So you will not see this two here. And we fill here, so we will expect the first bin would have 20 count, and this 5.2 we will see the sixth bin has 20 count. So let's see it. So just copy and paste. Okay, hit enter. So you see, first we don't see 120 here, and we see something. We can use this to zoom in a little bit. So you see, this is bin number 1, bin number 2, bin number 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you see 6 has 20 count, and bin number 1 has 20 count. That's exactly what we think about here. Alright, that's it. So now you get some idea. So the next question is, if you really want to fill the 120 into your histogram, what should you do? Sometimes this could be happen because you don't know the range. I mean, uh, which the maximum in your data first, but of course you can redraw again. But is there any way to avoid that? Yes, it is. You can use set bit this command here. Okay, set bit and use the a kind of a boolean guy here. It's called can rebean. So you set this command before filling, okay, and the root will automatically change the bin size and extend the range. That means x maximum. So the graph would not really beautiful, but it can include the 120. Then let me show you what happened. So I exit and come in to a root again, and I do the same thing. I copy. Okay, just copy the sum dimension, and we copy here. We set up the histogram. Okay, so next thing you have to do is to set up the kind of a tail root. You can rebeam. Don't take care of my dimension setup. Okay, so now I fill the histogram again. Now it's because it can rebeam, so it will look a little bit different. Okay, so you see 120 is here, but you see something is weird here, right? So we suppose to see two different uh, peak here. One is around the bean number one, and one is around the bean number six. But now it's become just one bean. But why? Because it will change the bean size, so everything will be different. So once you have to compensate that if you really want to include the unknown range of your x maximum, you can use this, but the behavior may not very perfect as you want. So maybe you can just use this to kind of preview, and you draw by certain by a very specific dimension. You can do this way. All right. So let's redraw it again. Okay. All right. So next thing is very easy. So it's a kind of typical usage. It's just like to clone a histogram, because sometimes we need to manipulate histogram like a lot of things. Okay. So some cases you do the background subtraction, or sometimes you just add some number or multiply some number to your histogram here. But you want to have a backup, so you can clone the histogram. So then it calls it backup histogram. So how can we do this? So because I just entered the root, let me finish what we have done first. So we already go into here and just copy and paste. Okay, this is what you already see here. So the topic 2, let's go to the pad number 2 here. You again use the canvas. You go to the canvas. Our canvas C1. Then use the change directory or something like CD. You go to the pad 2. Okay. So now we focus on here. So everything you draw it, you will come in here. So okay. So once you want to clone a histogram, it's easy. So you just declare a new histogram. Let's see. That's because I use C here. Means that the range cannot exceed 127 here. All right. Okay. Oh, by the way, so if you really fill the data more than 127 here, like this guy here, filling 500 times. So what would happen is you see here it's just 107. It cannot display 500. So you know that just the data just overflowed. Okay. So this is just a comment for you if you use this type. That means chart type histogram that just store data up to 127 to negative 128. So you can just use a different type, but in this demo, I think the chart type is good enough. All right. So okay. So come back to here. The origin one is is H1, and we want to have H1 backup. Okay. So we declare a pointer that's TH1 histogram, one dimension, and chart type. The pointer, and we call this H1 backup. Okay, so we use the method, the clone method, and it will return kind of a th1 histogram, a th1 object. Sorry. So we would have to do the kind of a type transform, like because it's a general type, and you need to make or change the type. So you change it to the th1c type here because your histogram declared here is th1c here. Okay, so this is a concept how to clone. Sometimes I don't always remember the syntax, so I will just go back to look at what should I do here. So alright, so you could do this way. Now you have a perfect copy of the H1. Alright, so the one will be H1 backup, and the original one will H1 here. So for avoiding confusion, so we make a new title because our title originally is here. Then we make a title called cloned histogram. So you can use just H1 and backup and call for the method set title, then whatever you want. Here is our title is called clone histogram. Okay, I'm lazy, so I just copy and paste. Okay, so hit enter. Now we draw it. Alright, so you're supposed to see a very similar, exactly one. Okay, so this is a cloned histogram. This is original one. The name, the key is still the same here because we don't change the key here. All right, very good. Okay. So the next thing, the very basic thing is to do some style things here, like change the color or to to set up the label here. So there are a lot of options here. So I wanna finish all of them here. So I recommend you go to this website here. This I tell you a lot of options here. So for example, if I would like to change the color, I just use a histogram. Like change the histogram. I would like to change to a color line. What's that? Set line color. You can type in the predefined color like a small k first, then capital green like this, and you suppose to see it change to green. Okay. Okay, now you see. If you don't update, you just click it. The pad will automatically update for you. So now the line color changed to green. Okay. So it's quite useful when you want to overlap to histogram and to one because the same color will not easy to identify which one is which one. So set line color will be useful here. Sometimes you want the width line width much thicker, so you can say, all right, I would like histogram one set line width. It's pretty easy, right? Or default is one, so this two is a little bit thicker. So now is okay, it's thicker here. Very good. So I want this all fill the color underneath. So we can say that histogram wants that uh, fill color. Let's say we use a predefined color like K red. Alright, so what happened would be um, is filled with the red color here. Okay, so pretty easy, right? Okay, so the next topic would be sometimes you just don't want this box to distract you. Sometimes you can just use a view, sorry, options that is here. But if you are lazy or some other reasons, you can just use a, a global pointer providing a root that's called G style that control the style kind of. So you start from the set. This is option OPT and statics and TAT. Okay, and you say K false. Okay, so I'm lazy. You just copy. Okay. All right. All right. So now it's here, but you click. Okay, you double click at this update, so it's gone. All right. So if you want, you can say K2. Okay. All right. Very good. So now let's say you want to add some description for your assets, like you said, this is okay, this is time, and this is the money. Okay, whatever. So the thing is a little bit tricky. So it is you have to go to a histogram number one, and you get x axis, then call the method because we this is the TSS object, and we call the object method called the set title. Okay, because we are in an x-axis, well, let's say that this is x-axis. Okay, and put it here. So we're supposed to see here. You see, coming here. So the for y-axis is the same. Okay. All right, perfect. So you can see here. All right, that's what we want. So next thing is the range. Okay, the range is a little bit different. Okay, so typically you have to think here. If you use um, right click the assets here, you will see a bunch of things here. So there is a set range and set user. They are a little bit different. Okay, the set range and set range user control where your display is. So in these cases, the the range will control the beam. So that's me. I don't want to show all the beams. I have 100 beams, but I just want to show the first 200, sorry, 20 beams. So I can use this. But I say, when I use a set range user, I control the value, not the beam. For example, I would like to start from value 30 to value 5, sorry 50. So I can use this. I don't want to control beam, but I want to control the the value, the range here. There is a little bit different. Okay, so but to use set range user here, you can only zoom in. Okay, that's is if you want to stand here for one histogram, it doesn't work. Okay, so let me show you. It's not working, so you won't see anything difference. Okay, it's just weird display here. So it's only can zoom in here. So let's come back 100. So the range will be x minimum 100, x maximum 100 here. So it will be come back. Okay. So this guy here, the set range user only can zoom in. So let's say we just start or we just want 0 to 20. So you can say okay, because this is about axis, so you have to use the histogram, get x-axis, set range user 0 to 20. Okay, so hit enter. So what happened is now it's 0 to 20. Your axis is change the range. Alright. The same thing for y here. And this get x-axis and set range 1 to 10. That's mean to bin number 1 to bin number 20 here. Alright. So the next thing we are discussed is the log scale. Okay, sometimes it's useful because when your data across a lot of scale, like a 10 to minus 7 to 10 to power of 10. Okay, it's a lot of different value here. So log scale would be pretty useful here. So the way to change it is a little bit different from S's. Is use G-pad. Okay, it's a global um, pointer. Okay, so use the G-pad, this global pointer to use a set log y here, then set true. It will just give you the log scale you want. Okay, let's say G-pad set log y true. So hit enter. Now magic will happen. So now it's just here. Okay, so because we fill in the 127, so the here it shows 10 to the power of 2 here. Alright, so now we just make this off, say false. Okay, oh, I typed something wrong. K K F L S E. Okay, sorry. Alright. Okay, now you come back here. Alright, so the next useful thing is the set maximum and minimum range. This is a little bit different from the axis here. For example, sometimes the data is too high, we don't want to see that part because some data is here. So maybe we're just going to cut some range here. So we can set maximum just 10. Okay, so you go to the histogram and now it's set maximum just 10. Let's see what happened. So here is okay, you feel in 10 here. So this is different from axis. It's inside the histogram here. So it would also only display up to 10 here. So also we can set minimum to 2. So H1 set minimum to 2. Okay, see what happened. Okay, so you start from the 2 here. So sometimes it's quite useful to set a minimum because sometimes you have some threshold in your data or you just want to see something about the background. So sometimes set minimum will be quite useful. Okay, so if you just want to use the default setting that is from the 0 to 100 that we set up in the very beginning, just don't type any number here. So let's just reduce everything, reverse and reset up here. Okay, so it was supposed to come out 0 to this guy here. Alright, you feel it's 127. Perfect. So the final one is to save out to save to the file. Okay. It's sometimes because we want to print out. It's quite a practical usage because you want to show your professor, you want to send email to someone else. Okay, so it's easy if you just want to whole campus. So you can use a canvas C1 to print. Okay, so you can type whatever like test APG or something PDF or EPS here. Alright. In this case, I already use test APG like alright. Okay, so it's already there. And so if you just want this single pad, you can like C1, and we go to the first one, then G pad, then print that just one pad at PG here. Okay. Oh, I forget something. Sorry. Okay. Supposed to be good. Alright. So I think that's it. But before we finish, let's just take a look at what the output is. So we exit it. So we use uh, isogonu to see just one pad here. Okay, this is it. This is the what we just produced here. All right, and another one is test page. Okay, so it's a pad, it's a canvas here. All right. So this is a very basic idea about how to use a 1D histogram object. So there are a lot more. Okay. Um, we will talk about reset and set something later. Or we already talk about something. Reset means just you have data there, but you want to make it all zero. I mean, well, after you fill the data here, you want to that data just gone. You just use reset here. That's H1, the arrow reset. You will make this all zero. All right. So this is a very basic one, and it's also applied for the 2D histogram or 3D histogram object. So we will talk about more histogram operation later. So I will stop here. Thank you very much.